Electricity in ancient Egypt. The truth about the Baghdad battery. Among the most intriguing artifacts fueling such debates is the so-called Baghdad battery, a mysterious object discovered in Iraq, which some believe could provide evidence of early knowledge of electricity. Let's explore the mystery and separate fact from fiction. What is the Baghdad battery? The Baghdad battery refers to a collection of ancient artifacts found near Baghdad, Iraq, in 1938. These objects, dating back to around 250 BC to 224 CE during the Parthian period, consist of a terracotta jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. Some researchers, including Wilhelm Koenig, the German archaeologist who discovered the battery, speculated that the objects could have been used to generate an electric current. The theory suggests that when filled with an acidic solution, such as vinegar or lemon juice, the battery could have produced a small electric charge. But was it really a functional battery, or is this interpretation simply a projection of modern ideas onto ancient artifacts? Was there electricity in ancient Egypt? Although the Baghdad battery was discovered in Iraq, the question remains, could ancient Egyptians have had similar knowledge of electricity or electrical devices? Some theorists point to depictions in Egyptian art, particularly the carvings in the Temple of Hathor at Dendera, as potential evidence. The Dendera light bulb theory, one of the most famous examples often cited in discussions about ancient Egyptian electricity, is the so-called Dendera light bulb. Found in the crypt of the Temple of Hathor, this relief depicts what appears to be a long, bulb-shaped object held by figures. Within the bulb is a serpent-like figure, which some claim represents an electrical filament. This interpretation suggests that the object resembles an ancient light bulb. However, mainstream Egyptologists argue that this depiction is symbolic rather than technological. The carving is more likely a representation of a lotus flower emitting a symbolic serpent, associated with creation and rebirth in Egyptian mythology. Possible uses for the Baghdad battery. If the Baghdad battery was indeed capable of producing electricity, what could it have been used for? Several theories exist, including electroplating. Some researchers propose that the battery could have been used for electroplating metals, a process in which a thin layer of metal is deposited onto a surface using an electric current. However, no concrete evidence of electroplated artifacts from the time has been found. Medical or ritual purposes. Another theory suggests that the battery may have been used for therapeutic or ritualistic purposes, such as creating mild electric shocks for healing. Scientific curiosity. It's possible that the device was an early experiment in understanding natural phenomena, without a specific practical application. Despite these intriguing possibilities, most archaeologists believe the Baghdad battery was likely used for simpler tasks, such as storing scrolls or mixing religious substances. Comparing Egyptian and Mesopotamian knowledge. Ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia were both highly advanced civilizations, but their technological focuses differed. While the Mesopotamians excelled in writing, astronomy, and mathematics, the Egyptians were renowned for their monumental architecture and innovations in medicine. There is no direct evidence that ancient Egyptians possessed knowledge of electrical currents or devices akin to the Baghdad battery. However, their understanding of natural phenomena was sophisticated. They used materials such as copper and gold for practical and symbolic purposes, and they developed early forms of chemistry for embalming and metalworking. It is possible that they observed and experimented with static electricity or natural electrical discharges, but this remains speculative. Separating myth from reality. The idea that ancient civilizations, including Egypt, possessed advanced technology often stems from the belief that they couldn't have achieved their monumental feats without external help or hidden knowledge. However, much of this belief comes from anachronistic interpretations, applying modern concepts to ancient artifacts and symbols. Challenges to the electrical theory. Lack of evidence. No electrical devices, wiring, or power sources have been discovered in Egypt. Alternative explanations. The Dendera carvings are better understood within the context of Egyptian mythology, not as evidence of advanced technology. Cultural bias. Many theories assume that ancient people couldn't achieve greatness without modern-like technology, overlooking their ingenuity with available resources. The real legacy of ancient Egyptian science. While it's unlikely that the ancient Egyptians used electricity, their contributions to science and engineering are undeniable. They developed intricate systems for irrigation, built massive pyramids with precise alignments, and created effective medical treatments. Their understanding of materials, geometry, and astronomy was ahead of its time, but it was rooted in observable natural phenomena rather than speculative technologies like electricity. Conclusion: Ancient wonders, modern myths. The idea of ancient Egyptian electricity, inspired by artifacts like the Baghdad battery and the Dendera reliefs, is a fascinating thought experiment. However, the evidence supporting such theories is circumstantial at best. What these theories reveal, though, is our enduring fascination with the ingenuity of ancient civilizations and the mysteries they left behind. Rather than diminish their achievements by attributing them to lost or extraterrestrial technologies, we should celebrate the brilliance of ancient people who, with simple tools and profound knowledge of nature, built legacies that continue to captivate the world.